Oh my God, look at my car. Oh man. Ah, it's so filthy. Oh man, it's just rough. It's not metallic Subaru gray anymore, it's Playa gray. Oh man, it's looking pretty rough. All right, probably only about 10% of people are still here. Nice big open area around me. All right, hopefully you can hear me okay. I know the wind's picking up and I broke my wireless microphone, which had a really good wind reduction thing on it. So that I'm getting that replaced. But anyways, it is day 8 and I'm not even gonna go by the numbers anymore because the event is officially over. So it is Monday. I'm headed into a place where I got coffee the other day. And I asked them if they needed help breaking down on Monday, and they said absolutely. So I'm gonna go see if they're still there, if they're not completely broken down. If they have, then I'll just see if someone else needs a hand breaking things down. But I'd like to contribute somehow and help some people break things down. And then I'm gonna stay here through today, probably leave tomorrow. Man, so much garbage left behind. This is supposed to be a leave no trace event, but look at this. Check out this pile. I mean, bikes, cardboard, everything's just left behind these camps. There's a like real big cooler over there. These people over there just left a bunch of boxes. Dude, more bicycles, random bike. A couple of years ago, I know that someone had brought like the cabin of a plane out here somehow and then left it here for like 2 years or something. Yeah, there's a lot of garbage left behind here. So many bikes. I've seen so many bikes just left behind. I mean, it's terrible as it is, but I was thinking, you go to a regular music festival, like a Coachella or a Ultra Music Fest down in Miami, or actually those things happen all over the world, EDC, any really, really, really big festival where you have tens of thousands of people, you know, 50, 70,000 people like this thing had, they're way worse. They got trash all over the ground probably, you know, they got beer cans, plastic cups, cigarette butts, napkins, paper plates. Like everything gets left on the ground. So it's bad, don't get me wrong, I'm seeing a lot of garbage. But it's in pockets at least, because people just dumped it there out of their RV or campsite or whatever, and then walked away, or left rather. These people are doing good. They're actually like on the ground. Like actually, this is awesome actually. Oh, check this out. This is the burner buses. So I heard about these while I was out here. These buses come over from like San Francisco, the Bay Area, probably other cities, and they'll cart you over so you don't have to bring your car and stuff in here. And from what I understand, they can skip the line when coming in. Or garbage. Little kids bike, man. Some little 5-year-old's like, get to the bikes, let's get out of here. Sorry, dad jokes, even though I'm not a dad. All right, I'm here. I don't know how much filming I'm gonna be able to do because, you know, people don't want to be filmed all the time. Plus, I'm here to work, not to film, so probably won't get much of it on camera. So let's go see how I can help. All right, well, I just made it back to camp. I got the goggles on because we've had some like small dust storms come to the area today. But super, super great time helping the Kaleidoscope group. That's the name of the coffee place that I went to and helped tear down everything. They call it a strike out here when you're tearing down everything. I don't know where that term originated, but that's the term they use when you're tearing down everything. But yeah, I got over there, I don't know, sometime late or early afternoons this morning and showed up and just gave my hand tearing everything down. And they should be getting out here later today and they give me a ride back to camp. Super, super amazing. Great people, really great. You know, the one thing I was really blown away by with this specific group of people though was their high intentions of making sure that they literally leave no trace. I was showing you earlier a bunch of garbage that's been left behind by a bunch of people who came out here and then just literally dumped a bunch of garbage. This group was so awesome about it. They, first off, we were taking metal rakes and things and sweeping the playa, and then right behind that they were coming down, bending down on their hands and knees and looking for loose trash and taking any bit of loose trash, like the smallest little thing, and throwing it and put it into a garbage bag so they can pack out with them. And they even went as far as packing out a bunch of gray water that had accidentally dumped on the ground. So I guess earlier this week, one of their buckets or something like that accidentally got tipped over and a bunch of gray water landed on the playa. And they actually took a shovel and scooped up that playa and put it into a garbage bag, and they're actually packing that out with them and headed back to San Francisco. That's where this group is from. So imagine just like taking out pieces of the earth because some water landed on it. That's how serious these guys were about making sure that they didn't literally leave no trace. And that's the kind of people, those are my people. Those are the kind of people I wanted to help out. That was super amazing. And it was super amazing to hear them talk about making sure that they really are leave no trace camp. So it was super great. I am gonna eventually make some dinner. I'm gonna try to get out of here tomorrow, I think. Right now, I think they're saying that the line to get out of here is anywhere between 3 to 4 hours, I think. I haven't listened to the radio to tell, but that's what they were saying back at that camp. 3 to 4 hours to get out of here. So I don't need to get out of here tonight. I'm gonna stay to tomorrow, and then I think I'm gonna have to go to a nice shady forest, higher in elevation. Cool off, jump in a lake. That's what I'm dying to do. I'm jumping a lake. Actually, I'm gonna head into Reno first and get a shower. I'm gonna get multiple showers, 5, 10, 15 showers in one day. Wash the car, do laundry. You know what's another amazing thing about this experience? Is that Burning Man is probably the only, well, I don't want to call it a festival because they're really strong on not using the festival word. They really say, hey, we are not a festival, and they're not. It's not. It has festival qualities to it, but this is literally a pop-up city in the middle of the desert for a week. This has festival qualities, but it's not a festival. But it is a ticketed event, and the thing about it is, as this is probably the only event that you can go to that you pay money to, that your dollars do not get you a better experience because you paid more. For example, if you go to a normal festival, if you go to an Ultra Music Festival, Coachella, EDC, any of these big music festivals around the world, let's say someone pays $200 to go, and they're able to go, but they have to wait in porta potty lines, they have to wait in regular lines for drinks. You know, if it's a camping kind of scenario, they're probably just in a tent or something like that. But if you pay, you know, $2,000 or $1,000 or something like that, then you get VIP service, you get bottle service, you get private porta potties, you get private bathrooms, you get you know, access to elevated, nicer camping structures or whatever. I don't know. Outside of this, I've actually never been to another event like this where you camped at it, so I can't really speak to those things. But I do know that you usually can pay different levels and you can get a different experience out of it. But that's not Burning Man. If you paid $1,000 to come here, you got the exact same experience I did at $250 because I got it during the Ticket Aid program because I didn't make very good money last year. But yeah, your $1,000 ticket still got you right in the mud. Still got you in a dust storm. You still had to walk or get yourself over to the man burn. When you went to the DJ sets, there was no VIP room. There was no bottle service. You didn't get a front seat to the Burning Man. Nope. You had to go in there just like the rest of us. So if you're some tech billionaire that has tons of money, the only thing you spent money on was your camping experience. The only thing that you stayed in. You probably came here in some big RV loaded down with AC and cold drinks and, you know, massage chairs or something like that. You know, I mean, who wouldn't want that? That's pretty nice, especially when there's a dust storm going on outside or a big rainstorm. I don't blame anybody for having that stuff. Tons of people out here have RVs and things. I don't blame someone like that for all. But that's when you were at home. When you came out on Playa, when you came out here, when you were trying to get into see the art, you didn't get a frontline access. You didn't get a different pass. Your experience was exactly the same as mine. And I think that's what really elevates this experience on top of so many others. There's no hierarchy, you know. There wasn't someone here calling the shots, you know. There was no one person that you got to turn to and go, yeah, that person over there is making all the rules, so you have to go ask them if that's okay that you can do this thing. No, you just come out here and do what you want to do. This is a environment that is safe for everyone. Everyone out here can live the way that they want to live for a week, the way that they probably can't live in their normal life, the way that they probably have to live sheltered.
You know, for a lot of people that could be lifestyle choices. For some it may just be dressing a certain way. For some it may be expressing themselves through art. Maybe it's just running around naked the whole time. Whatever your thing is, doesn't matter. No one here is judging you. Everyone here is on the same playing field. So I think that's really what kind of makes this experience so different from the normal one. Just my little thoughts.
All right, well, that's officially a wrap for me from Burning Man. You know, I came out here just expecting to see some cool art and listen to some good music. And I saw those things, but I'm walking away with community. Playa community, the community and the people I met here, and my Escaping Normal Life community. I am just so thankful for the outreach of people who have left comments on my channel, and I really hope you continue to watch the channel and go along on this little journey of mine, because if even half of you come along going forward, I mean, it just would mean the world to me. If you've watched my channel for a while, you know that I've been trying to be a full-time YouTuber for about 3 years now, working 4 jobs just to make things happen. And after a full week of being out here, I might be able to fulfill that dream of bringing you videos, bringing you little journeys, showing you how to possibly live out of a vehicle and maybe actually make this a job for me. Burning Man's been a life-changing experience for me. Even if it just lasts for a short amount of time, it's been life-changing in many ways. Met some amazing people, brought together an amazing community, and it's something I'll never forget. Not sure if I'll come back. It's a lot to take in for a week. It's a lot to handle, but I'm so glad I went through it and had some incredibly rough times, but had some absolutely amazing ones too. So on to the next place. First stop, showers. I'm gonna take about 5 showers and I'm gonna shower the car. I'm gonna wash the car. It is disgusting looking and I can't wait to wash my clothes. Oh my God. Clean everything. I'm gonna spend about 2 days cleaning everything. And then I'm heading into the mountains. I'm heading into some higher elevation. Let's get out of here. Also, I just want to point out real quickly, I know that I've pointed out that there is a lot of trash left behind, and yes, there are some people who left a lot of trash behind, but that's not on the event at all. 95% of the people out here did exactly what they should have. They packed in, they packed out. They literally left no trace. They took out every single thing that they possibly could. Like this guy over here, he's actually raking the dirt looking for trash. He's actually out there raking right now, trying to find anything that he might have left behind at his campsite. And that is literally what most people out here did. Yes, there are some bad apples. Yes, there are some people who just completely took all their trash out and left it out. But that's not on the event. That's on those, I'm gonna say it, that's on those a-holes. Like they're not welcome here. That's not what this event was about. So I just want to point that out, because I know a lot of people are probably gonna say, oh, look, Burning Man's just a bunch of dirty hippies that just want to trash the planet. 95% of the people out here are doing exactly what that guy's doing. The group that I was with yesterday, the Kaleidoscope coffee bar, the ones that I helped break down their tent and everything, they did exactly that. We were all out there raking. I was out there helping them. We raked the dirt. Listen to those words. It's weird. Looking for moop. Trash. That's what they call it out here. Matter out of place. Moop. It's not everybody. It's only literally a very small percentage of the people that left here left their garbage out here. Everyone breaking things down. So many of these shipping containers. That's how a lot of these big camps get a lot of their stuff out here. They bring these shipping containers just full of stuff they need for the week. I don't know if it's going to come out on camera, but there's a lot of them out here. Oh, another thing I wanted to say is that this event was fully prepared for any kind of medical situations that might have happened. So last night, we had a little bit of dust storms come through the area yesterday, and last night, I just could not stop like blinking my eye, and like I had stuff in my eye, I had dust in my eye, and it was just really annoying. I kept flushing it with like contact solution, because I normally wear contacts, and I just kept flushing it and flushing it, and it was just not coming out whatsoever. And so finally, I had a subscriber that's out here. His name is Bucky. He actually works the Burning Man event. He's been working it for like 9 years as like part of the burn crew. So whenever they burn some of the art, Even he was even there at the temple burn, I think. We were hanging out, and I was telling him, I was like, man, my eye's just really annoying. He says, well, let's just go to the medical tent and have them flush it out. So we went to the medical tent, and I'm sitting there and I'm looking around, and this was like a full-on FEMA like setup. Like, they were so prepared for anything that could have possibly happened. I mean, it was a full-on hospital inside there. They had all the equipment. They all had iPads that they were checking people in on. I mean, it was like a full-on hospital experience. Like, you go through like a waiting room area, and they talk to you, and they took your blood pressure, and you know, they ask you some questions, and they get you sat down. And of course, they get a lot of like bad accidents in there. You know, people fall off our cars, and you know, people have heat exhaustion, and a lot of things can happen to you out here. Really just want to point that out. They're really prepared out here. Oh, buddy, I'm about to get my first shower in over a week. Yes, sir. I'm gonna take 6 of those. Oh man, it is so weird being back here. So weird being back in civilization. This Playa hair is about to go. So gross. Yeah. Oh my God. A first shower I've gotten in like 9-10 days, something like that. Real shower. I mean, like I said, I got like the foam bath thing when I was at the event, but this is like a real shower with real hot water that I could stay in there as long as I wanted to. There was no water restrictions. I get scrubbed down, so it feels amazing. I'm also very, very, very tired. It's just been a long week, and I think the shower and getting cleaned up and everything is just really, and the drive over here is just starting to like kind of get to me. I actually see an Applebee's right over there. That sounds amazing. I'm gonna get 2-for-1 drinks and a cheap dinner that I've had a million times, and I'm gonna find a place to sleep and pass out. If you're ever in Reno, specifically South Reno, come to Duds and Suds. They have vinegar for your clothes if you went to the burn, and they have a bar, and they have snacks, and they have games, and they have casino games, they have all sorts of stuff. So come to Duds and Suds. Awesome establishment. Oh man, does it feel good to have some clean clothes. I got clean last night by taking a shower. Now my clothes are clean. Now I'm gonna clean my car, give it a good wash. Gonna take a couple hours to get the Playa off of that. I'm gonna wax it and everything, do the whole 9 yards. All right, take one last look at this mess of my car, because it's about to get all washed off. Look at all that stuff, yum. Yeah, all my personal belongings are over there. Everything I live on the road with, all comes out of this car. I'm about to vacuum it. Look at that Playa dust, look at that. Yeah, I'm about to wash this thing, give it a wax, and vacuum it bad. That's my driver's side from my shoes at night. Oh man. Oh man, it's not perfect, but it looks so much better. I'm still finding Playa dust in lots of little places. I actually had to wash the inside, like down here and the doors and stuff. You can see where there's still a little bit, but it's so much better. I actually cleaned the inside of it. There was dust and everything in here. I vacuumed. I actually spot cleaned, like shampooed my seats. Yeah, so much better though. Just a little bit of Playa dust. I think I'm gonna be finding it for the next 2 or 3 months on things. But definitely looks better.
All right, well, welcome to where I usually sleep. I mean, I don't sleep just right here. This is just the environment in which I normally sleep at. Some place where it's peaceful, quiet, away from people, away from a lot of EDM music. And yeah, it's very, very nice, quiet here. I'm about 25 minutes from Tahoe. So I'm about 8,000 feet up. So it's cool, it's refreshing. I slept with my windows down, and it's just been nice to just not have to listen to party music all night long. And as you can't tell, my throat is a little wrecked. Ever since Monday, I've been sucking down throat lozenges. I think all the dust and stuff just got into my body, really got into my throat. So it's a little scratchy, it's a little sore. So it's taking a little time to recoup. Plus, I'm not really sick, but I'm definitely a little off. I think I'm still a little sleep deprived. First night here, I got 11 hours of sleep. And last night I got like 8 or 9 hours of sleep, and I definitely need more. But it is weird being back in the real world, honestly. It's like this quick shift from being out there on Playa and then coming back to the real world. Just little things, like I went to an Applebee's to grab some food because I just wanted something that you just kind of know. I didn't want to make any guesses. I didn't want to make any new decisions. I wanted something that was just familiarity, right? So I went to an Applebee's. I was sitting there at the bar area eating my food. And sitting next to me was a lady who's a regular. And sitting next to her was a guy who's a regular. And I could tell they were regulars because the waitstaff all knew their names. And they were talking to each other and saying things like, "Hey, I haven't seen you here in a while, blah, blah, blah." I was listening to them talk. And the conversations they had were just so surface level. They were talking about, what they did the day. One of them went to the casinos. Then they were talking about their meals that they were going to eat. And then they talked about a place that they had just recently visited. They talked about the weather, of course. They talked about what was on TV above us at the bar. So surface level conversations. And it struck me as odd because on the Playa at the Burning Man, I would get to know someone for 30 seconds and already I'm hearing their life story. And I'm hearing what this event meant to them. And I'm hearing things that they've gone through. Like I'm hearing deeper conversations. And it struck me as odd as out here in the real world, it takes a lot more to get to know somebody than it did on Playa. It was so quick. People are just so much more vulnerable at Burning Man to open up and share and be themselves and be authentic and actually have like a human connection. That here in the real world, it's almost like people are scared to do that. And I guess that's what struck me as odd. That, again, that's the thing that kind of makes Burning Man what it is, that it's this community event. And, it's sprinkled in with a lot of other things, EDM music, and people go there and party and do a lot of wild drugs and stuff, I'm sure. But that's not what I went there for, and it's not what I got out of it. And what I got out of it, again, was just community. And it really goes to show something like that brings people together in a closer way. And I know that's a very philosophical, hippie thing to say, but it's true. It's just the first thing I noticed. But I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. It's a little hard for me to talk, and I really have a lot of editing to do. I have a lot of driving to do. I have to get over to Oakland. I have to see Melissa. I'm really dying to see her. So after that, who knows where we're headed to next. But as always, thanks for escaping normal life with me.